So good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen, to those joining us on the stream for session 3 of the North East region age groups. Of course, here in Ponsforge in Sheffield. Nice sunny day outside, so a bit chilly though. So joining us in the warm of Ponsforge, ready to start session 3. First session, or event I should say, this morning will be the girls 800 metre freestyle. 3 heats of this one, and we look just about ready to crack on with heat number 1. So, underway with the first heat of this morning. In lane 0, Isabel Daly of Middlesbrough. In 1, Katie Pink, also of Middlesbrough. 2, Christina Black, the City of Leeds. 3, Eleanor Valentine Bull of the Borough of Barnsley. 4, Phoebe Bland of Newcastle. 5, Seffi Ormston of Middlesbrough. 6, Nell Williams of the City of Leeds. 7, Molly Baker of Chapeltown. 8, Maeve Carroll of the City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Kate Kennedy of Morpeth. 32 lengths of the pool, of course, this 800 metre freestyle short course. Of course, the girls swimming the 800 metres, the boys, as we saw yesterday, 1500. So, these girls in the pool, again, similarly to the boys on this longer distance of 1500. This will be about the strategy for them, ensuring that their race pace is executed, not going off too fast if the field goes off a little bit quicker than expected. So it is Kennedy at the 100 metres, 1:10.27. Up in lane 9. So Kate Kennedy's entry time 10:43.1. Quite a sprightly pace at the moment for this first 100 metres. So it will be good for her if she can keep that pace and go with the rest of the field. So I'll see a great improvement on her entry time if things continue the way they are at the moment. So looking at the front of the field, obviously we've got lane 9, Kennedy. We've also got lane number 6 and 4. Just pushing forward a little bit, that's Phoebe Bland of Newcastle and Nell Williams of the City of Leeds. Just stretching away now, just going under the flags, 2:22 as they pass under those flags. Just going into the turn. 4, 6 and 9 pretty much together, Kennedy, Williams and Bland there. 2:26.76. 3 of them keeping a great pace together, pushing each other forward. Just in that second pack, we're looking at lane 5, lane 2 and 7. So that's Christina Black, Seffi Ormston and Molly Baker. But lane 5 now, really giving just another push to really catch up with that front pack. That's Seffi Ormston of Middlesbrough. You can see her picking up her straight rate slightly. Probably be wanting to go with that front 3. You can see just in comparison to the other 2 ladies, a little bit quicker stroke rate, but I'm sure she's just making up that water. So, Williams, Kennedy and Bland, Ormston in 4th, Black in 5th. So you can see that front 4 just starting to push now. just a little bit further away from the rest of the field. So at the moment, Nell Williams, City of Leeds, Phoebe Bland, Newcastle, Seffi Ormston of Middlesbrough. Rachel's doing a great job as always. If you haven't spotted them before, I'm sure you have. Just holding lap cards just as a little note to swimmers if they need them, just to count the remaining laps in the race. So looking at the second pack just coming into turn now, up in lane number 2, Christina Black, City of Leeds. She is closing down that open water between her and that front pack that had emerged. Lane 7 and lane 3 just behind her. That's Eleanor Valentine Bull in 3 of the Borough of Barnsley and Molly Baker of Chapeltown. So just going to the halfway, just under the halfway point for these ladies. So see lane 6 really commanding this first heat. Williams of Leeds, 5:37.11 at the 450. So Christina Black just at the top of your screens, at half a body length behind lane 5 at this point. She's closed that down really well over the last couple of lengths. Seffi Ormston in lane 5. But it is still for the middle centre 3 lanes. They're leading this one. But there we are, lane 2. Lead swimmer just pulling back that space between her and the third placed swimmer Seffi Ormston. But it is Nell Williams still looking comfortable, looking relaxed. I'm sure that's not how she feels because it's a long way, 800 metres, and she'll be wanting to give everything she can to make sure that she's making the most of every single stroke, not wasting any energy, covering the most water possible. See her stroke rate picking up a little now. See the legs starting to work a little bit harder now. As they come into the back end of this 800 metre freestyle, this first heat. So 6 laps on the cars left for these girls in this first heat. Now Williams, just stretching forward now. Lane 4, Phoebe Bland in second. Seffi Ormston still holding on to that third, but up in 2, Christina Black, the City of Leeds, really pushing her. She'll see her as she just takes a little look across the pool. So coming up to the 700 metre mark. So 4 lengths to go. It is Williams. Still hanging on to that third. Great work from her from the start of this, but she is being challenged up in 2 by Black of the City of Leeds. So you really see them starting to turn up the pace in this last sort of 100, last 50 metres of the 800 metres. It really is the time that if you've got anything left to give as a swimmer at this point, you give it. So lane 6, Nell Williams. Lane 4, really picking up the pace, Phoebe Bland. Can she do anything in this last 50 metres to upset the position that Williams had from the start? Looking at third now, still a split between lanes 2 and 5. Steffi Ormston and Christina Black. But it is looking like Steffi Ormston's just going to edge her out at this point, just on this last 25 metres. But it is going to be Williams from the City of Leeds. Great swim from her. 10.02. Good swims from her. Phoebe Bland, 10.04.21. Third actually going down to lane number 9, Kate Kennedy. 10.43.1 her entry time. 10.07.1. She will be very pleased with that, I'm sure. And then Steffi Ormston, 10.07.66. So lane 9 really staying with the field there as well. Just as the last 3 swimmers come in on this 800 metre freestyle. As we move on to heat number 2. So there's your start list for heat number 2 of the 800 metres. Referee making sure everything is as it should be. So no swimmer, as you will see, in lane number 3. That's no Anna Ashcroft of the City of Leeds. So in lane 0, Lauren Heppel of Tynemouth. 1, Libby Mundy of Grimsby. 2, Emily Oliver, my apologies, of Borough of Kirklees. Lane 4, Emily Headley of Tynemouth. 5, Olivia Tom of York City. 6, Emma Finley of Gateshead and Wickham. 7, Lucy Allman of the City of Leeds. 8, Rihanna Foster of Kingston upon Hull. And 9, Brianna Chamberlain of the City of Sheffield. So at the 50 metre mark, it is Mundy that turns first, 30.94. And wanting to set up their pace in this 800 metres early doors. But what a start from lane 0 and 1, really breaking away. First sort of 75 metres. Quite a bold statement, but they can keep it up. Great stuff. So Lauren Heppel, Tynemouth, Libby Mundy of Grimsby Aquatics up there. Both blue hats, I think, from looking at the feed. So lane 0 and 1, Mundy and Heppel, 1:05.97. So all these swimmers going sub 10. Quickest of which, Emily Headley of Tynemouth, 9:41.3. She is in lane 4. So it's Headley in lane 4, catching now. As you can see there, Mundy still first, Heppel second, Headley third. But Heppel and Headley, Heppel more so maintaining the position she's got. But in that centre lane, Emily Headley really closing down that space. As we probably expect to see with an entry time of 9:41.3, she will want to catch those ladies on the outside, but she won't want to ruin her race plan to do that. So there's always a temptation to go out with packs that do break away from the field in the 800 metres and the longer distance events. So Mundy now turning first, 2:55.3 at the 2:50 mark. So just working some splits out here. 800 metres in 9:41. And looking at turning at 3:02 for the 250, so they're substantially inside the pace at the moment. So, be interesting to see, can they keep up the pace for the rest of this? Great swimming from them, I have to say. I'm sure there will be improvements on their entry times and PBs across the board in this one, because the heat seems to have gone out quite quickly. So, still Mundy, 300, 3:32. Really nice, strong, steady pace in lane 1. Libby Mundy of Grimsby Aquatics. Really putting her stamp on this early stage of the 800 metres. So, Mundy split time at 3:50, 4:09. Headley still with them, just to the right as they move down the pool in that centre lane, just at the left of your picture now. At the bottom of the pool, a little battle emerging there. Lucy Ormond, City of Leeds, Rihanna Foster, Kingston upon Hull and Brianna Chamberlain. Chamberlain just stretching away from the other two ladies in lane 9. Cydia Sheffield swim in the red cap just at the bottom of the picture. But still Mundy and Heppel leading the way up in lane 1 and lane 0. So, 450 metres, 5:22. Heppel in second, Headley in third. But Chamberlain, as we mentioned, down in 9. She is not letting them go. As with 8-7 and 5 now as well. Really coming into their own in kind of the sort of middle section of this 800 metres. The swimmers will want to put themselves in a good race position, maintain, and then give that final push towards the end of the 800. Some may differ, of course. Strategies will change in this 800 metre depending on the coach, how the swimmer wants to pace that. But there will indeed be some well-planned and well-thought-out strategy. It won't be just get in and see how you go. So, lane number 1, Libby Mundy of Grimsby. Her entry time 9:48.8. 10 lengths left to go. Followed by Lauren Heppel in Tynemouth, following Libby there. Lane 3, we've got Headley as well. Apologies, lane 4, of course, Headley coming back down there. So Mundy at the 600 metre mark, 7:13.08. Heppel still maintaining the position there. Headley in 4. A little bit more gap opening up between the third and second now. But the question is, can this second pack of 4 swimmers just out on the right-hand side of your shot, 9, 8 and 7, bottom 3 lanes, but also lane number 5 as well. What can they do in this 800 metres? So, just passing the 8-minute mark, 2 minutes, about a quarter of the race left. 6 lengths to go for the leading pack, four for the leading pack, 6 for the last couple of swimmers turning there. So whistle's going to mark the penultimate turn on this 800 metres. So now in the top 2 lanes, Mundy and Heppel. Heppel has been in second for this one, but she is really turning up the pace. She is dialing that one up. Is she going to pinch her? I don't think she's going to have the space just now in this 800 metres, but great swims, those 2 ladies pushing one another. Libby Mundy, 9:37. What an improvement on her entry time. 11 seconds just over off her entry time on paper. She will be, I'm sure, ecstatic with that. Went out incredibly quickly, but she maintained it based on her entry time, so that's fantastic stuff. Some great training, I'm sure, gone into that. Lauren Heppel, 9:38.18, fantastic stuff. Again, her entry time, 9:53.66. Third, Emily Headley, 9:43.63. And then we've got 4 down in lane number 9, Brianna Chamberlain, 9:44.02. So some great improvements already this morning being seen on entry times at the North East Region Champs. As we move on to heat number 3. So, underway now with the final heat of this one. Heat number 3 of the girls' 800 metre freestyle. Turning first, it is Bailey in lane 5, 30.21. Followed by Sharp and Knight. So the central lane's taking this one out on the 800 metres. But as always, very early doors on the 800 metres. But we can see 2 red hats emerging. One in lane number 5, Ashley Bailey, City of Sheffield. And then up in lane 0, Helena Weiner, City of Sunderland. Just breaking away a little bit, but going with them as well. 4 and 3, Ruby Knight, Borough of Kirklees, and Megan Sharp, City of Leeds. So Bailey, City of Sheffield in the red cap, just stretching away. Here's Bailey, 1:38.23 sharp, just after Knight in that front three pack. But looking up in lane 0, Helena Weiner, City of Sheffield, she's going with them as well. So at the 200 metre mark, 2:12.7. Fastest entry in this one is Megan Sharp in lane 4. So she is going with them as well. City of Leeds, so in the yellow cap. So we will expect to see some jostling around, I'm sure. Ashley Bailey, entry time 9:20. So just 9.5 seconds on paper, splitting them. So Bailey going very, very well at the moment. Let's have a look and see what kind of time at the moment. So at 2:50, she's at 2:47. So at 2:50, to go for a 9:11, she is looking at 2:52, so she's well within that. But as we know, just under the halfway point on this one, 300 metres, 3:21. Both pretty much stroke for stroke now. Megan Sharp and Bailey, City of Leeds and Sheffield. Merging in the second pack, Isla Jones, City of Sheffield, and Iona Logan and Sasha Long. City of Sheffield for Isla Jones, and both Logan and Long are City of Leeds. Just in that second, third and fourth pack. But up in 0, Helena Weiner, she's just edging them out at the moment, up in lane 0. But look at the two of them go now in the centre lanes. Megan Sharp and Ashley Bailey. Both 13 years of age, these two. See there in lane 4, just a tiny little look from Megan Sharp, I assume at the lap card as she turned. Always interesting when a pack like this emerge from the rest of the field. For the swimmers, it'll be a case of thinking, well, do we push that bit harder? Have I got something that I can give over the 800? And it's knowing as well, and at this age, it's a mature decision to have, is when do you actually hold back? Do you say, no, actually, we need to keep some of that in the can so I can keep to my times, because you obviously don't want to ruin your race pace that you've set up, your strategy that you'll have talked through with your coaches in training. So at 4:50, Bailey still sitting in first, 5:04. With Megan Sharp, City of Leeds, just behind her, just on her shoulder, as you'll see there, turning as they go onto the flags. Third place jostling around between lane 3 and lane 0. Ruby Knight and Helena Winus. So you can see Ashley Bailey breathing on the one side. Should have just, I'm sure, had a little look, see where she is, but focused on her race. She was very composed. 10 laps to go. 6:13.44. The 5:50, they're both still considerably under that pace for a 9:11, so we could see some incredible times here from these two swimmers. I'm sure from the rest of the field also, but of course just focusing on how they've broken away, really pushing one another. City of Leeds, Megan Sharp, she's not letting her get away. Bailey in lane 5. We could see a battle right to the end, but just looking at the rest of the pool as well, not forgetting about little tussles that are emerging. So in lane 6 and 7, Iona Logan and Sasha Long, teammates at the City of Leeds. Smith in 8 as well, just coming under the flags, but those centre 2 lanes really pushing hard. See how they're looking at this turn in terms of getting underneath those entry times. Megan Sharp entered a 9:11, Ashley Bailey a 9:20.8. So 6:50, 7:22 pace time. I've got here looking at 7:28. And that's 6:50 point. So they are quite considerably under that pace, so we'll be seeing some good times. So whistles going for the centre lanes as they turn. Bailey and Sharp. Right, let's see what happens now. You will really see those legs start to work. As you are now, you can see the splash increasing. But the question is, lane number 5, Bailey, can she hold on to this lead that she's had from the beginning? Or will Megan Sharp challenge her for that? Just turning now, but half a body length between them. What times are we going to see? Are they going to get under that sub-9? That will be some seriously incredible swimming for this final heat. Don't think quite they are, but still, nonetheless, what are we going to see? Bailey, 9:02. Wow, what a time. 9:02.89 for her. Megan Sharp following her all the way, 9:03.87. So 9:02.89 for Bailey. Megan Sharp, 9:02.87. Just pending that third time, 9:22.59 in third for Ruby Knight. Fourth up in lane 0, Helena Winus at 9:31. Improvement on her entry for her. Fifth, Isla Jones, 9:34.24. Sixth, Sasha Long, 9:35.23. Iona Logan, 9:40.13. Just seeing the last swimmers come in now on this final heat of the 100 metre freestyle, but 9:02.89. Fastest time in this one, 13-year-old swimmer Ashley Bailey from the City of Sheffield. Great stuff from her. Just under an 18-second PB, or improvement on her entry on that one. Great stuff. So the next event we move to this morning is the boys 11 to 13 years 100 metre breaststroke. There will be 9 heats of this one. And this is heat number 1. So underway we go. Pretty much all emerging next to one another as they come down the first 25 of this 100 metre breaststroke. Yellow cap just emerging there from the City of Leeds. just at the 50-metre mark. We'll see what they turn at. Fastest time in this one, 1:36.79. So 1:36.79, the Billingham swimmer Owen Reid, entry time for him. 1:37s either side of him for both Nicholas Land and Matthew Just. So, what time are they going to finish in? Nicholas Land pinching that one, 1:33.25. Nice improvement for him there, just over 3 seconds. Matthew Just, 1:33.72. PBs across the board in that first heat. Great stuff from these regional swimmers in the northeast. And now we have the start list for heat number 2. Underway now. No swimmer in lane 0. That's no Joseph Gay of Bev Barracudas. So, turning first, 42.23. It is lane 2. Ward followed by Matthias, 1:46 just behind them. Austin in third. So, in lane 1, Ben Matthias chasing Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward really making this his own. He is absolutely breaking away from the field, but body length up on his nearest rival in this heat. His time 1:36.2. I'm sure he will be gunning for the fastest posted time we've seen in these heats so far. Heat declared winners, of course. Oh, close on the touch there. Charlie Ward 1:31.91. Ben Matthias 1:32.13. Third going to Noah Betts in lane 5, 1:34.26. So 1:31.91, the fastest 11-year-old at the moment in these heats of the 100 breaststroke. Obviously age groups are heat declared winners, so these times hugely important for these swimmers as to where they place for medals. So, underway with heat 3. Full lanes on this one. Turning first, lane number 6 and 1 pretty much together, but I think 6 edged it out. That's Edward Cam of Rotherham Metro. And the white cap just going underneath the rope now, but up to his left and right, to be fair, you'll see coming through on this 25 metres as they come up to the 50-metre mark on the 100. Still looking like the Rotherham Metro swimmer Edward Cam as they come in to the touch. Six actually showing a little bit further down that list, so might have an issue there with the pad, not sure. Visually he did go first, but we'll see. So it is Cam Rotherham Metro. However, to his left we are looking at Joseph Hall, City of Leeds. Yellow cap really stretched, the stroke rates increased. You can see him there next to him, a little bit faster on the stroke rate as he's coming down the final 25. Joseph Hall, 1:31.51 his entry time. What's he going to finish in? I think he will. Nice little improvement on this one for him. 1:30.65. Edward Cam, 1:36.7. Fastest two there is your 1-2 and the 11-year-olds at the moment. Lewis McDermott, 1:31.19. Need 2 100ths of a second, splitting Cam and Hall at the final touch there. So real nice comeback from the swimmer in lane 5, Joseph Hall. Third, 1:31.19. Lewis McDermott. So that's actually your fastest three there in this heat in the 11-year-old age group. Subject to, of course, confirmation and relevant bits in the technical area, as we'd expect from the officials. So underway now with heat number 4. So a few 11-year-olds peppered throughout the next 3 heats. So things might change in terms of the fastest 3 we've just seen in the last heat. So going out on this one, 8, 3 and 4 pretty much turning together, but I'm sure that will change as they come down the second and third lengths. So, Beattie, 39.21, followed by Day, followed by Lavery in those lanes. But lane number 4, Zach Beattie, Borough of Kirklees, his entry time, 1:27.9, 12-year-old swimmer there from the Borough of Kirklees. Really storming away. But you also do have at the bottom of the screen, lane number 9, George Lavery, Gateshead and Wickham, 11-year-old swimmer, his entry time 1:30.41. What are they going to post? This has been a rapid 100 metres. Lane number 4, Zach Beattie, what's he going to post? This will be a massive improvement, 1:23.30 for Zach Beattie in lane 4. Great stuff from him. Matthew Burgess, 1:25.9. And then George Lavery, 1:26.6. That does indeed put George Lavery, I believe, as the fastest 11-year-old, but obviously do confirm that on the results pages. But by my notes here, at the moment, he is the fastest 11-year-old. So underweight with 5 in this 100-metre breaststroke. So it's Buchanan, 39.52 turning first, followed by Muczarski. So coming down this last 25, let's see what we've got. We've got some 11-year-olds peppered through this one as well. Of course, 12-year-olds starting to come through. So lane number 3, taking this one, Finley Buchanan, Saltburn Marsh, 1:26.89 his entry time, 1:24.79. Then second, Jack Muczarski, 1:25.56. And third, 1:27, James Hendon at the top of the pool. Just showing how quick that 126.6 was in the previous heat from George Lavery. Gateshead and Wickham still popping him in the first position there. As we get underway now with heat number 5. Apologies, heat number 6, of course, on this one. Coming thick and fast this morning, keeping you on your toes. So, well away underway with this one. Lane 3 breaking away on this first 25. That is Shay Wood of AFS Hartlepool. But also, sort of going with him, I'd say, those yellow hats down the pool as well. 4 of them together, all City of Leeds swimmers. They will not want him to get away too much on this first 50 metres. So it is Wood that turns first in 3, making that dash from the start. 37.81, followed by lane 5 and 2, Ransom and Baker. So City of Leeds swimmer in lane 6, Joseph Levinson, 12-year-old, edge time 123.6. There we are, see how that gap has closed down. Absolutely speedy last 25 from the City of Leeds swimmer in 6. Who's going to take this? Is lane 3 going to hold on to it, or 6 going to snatch it? It is Shay Wood that keeps hold of it. 121.24. Second, Joseph Levinson. Third going to Korosh Kodakar. 121.92 to do the 1-2-3 in this one. 121.24, I believe the fastest time we've seen in this breaststroke as yet. 12-year-old swimmer. Shay Wood from Hartlepool. So, turning at the 50-metre mark. Lane 3 and 5 breaking away on this one. This is heat number 7, of course. Matthew Mahoney, Newcastle, and Jack Kelso of Skipton. Apologies, Jack Kelso of Tynemouth. Pushing forward. Matthew Mahoney, Yash Gandhi on this one. Gandhi in 5. Stretching away, looking up in 1 though. Jacob Barnett, City of Sunderland, the red cap, going with him. There's Yash Gandhi, going under the 120, 119.19 for him. 13-year-old swimmer from Scunthorpe. Jacob Barnett, 119.94, him also going under the 120, and Jack Kelso in lane 7, 120.65 to take that 3rd place. So underway with heat 8 of 9 in the 100 breaststroke. So lane 6 and 5 taking a speedy start on this one. Timothy Hang of Beveridge Barracudas. 6, Anthony Collinson of the City of Sunderland. Collinson, Hang and Behan, 6, 5 and 9 coming back into the mix. Shows how things can turn. Actually, lane 1 as well, pushing up on this 75, up to 75 metre point. But it is the first two that turn in lane 6 and 5. So that is Anthony Collinson, City of Sunderland, stretching away about half to body length up on his nearest competitor. In lane 5, Timothy Hang of Beverley Barracudas. He finishes in a 1:17.03, 1:18.72 for Hang. And third going down in lane 9, Keelan Behan, 1:19.12. Collinson puts him the fastest 13-year-old at this point on paper. One more heat to go though on this one. And with heat number 9, fastest entry time is a 1:10.77. Start list there. And that is for Alfie Maguire in lane 4, the City of Sunderland swimmer. Let's see what they've got in this final heat. So, underway now. Final heat of the 100 breaststroke. So, lane number 4, Alfie Maguire pushing away. Lane 8 and 9 though, Broadhead and Ramsey, Doncaster Darts, Gateshead and Wickham, bottom of the screen. Though 5 and 3 getting in the mix as well. This second 50. So, Alfie Maguire on a 1:10.77 on paper. Let's see what he posts for this 100 metre breaststroke. Pace is very strong on this one. So, to his right, you've got Thomas Wilkinson. His entry time, 1:11.4. To the left, Jack Ridley, Borough of Stockton, 1:13.4. Absolutely powering down this last 10 metres. Who is going to nick this one? Lane number 5, actually. Thomas Wilkinson takes it, 1:11.34. Improvement for his entry time. Alfie Maguire just outside his, but still a rapid time, 1:11.57. Jack Ridley, 1:12.66 for those top 3 in the final heat of the boys' 100 metre breaststroke. So into the girls' 200 metre breaststroke. So you saw the boys swim this event yesterday. Will be 7 heats of this one. So, swimmers in this one. In lane 1, Maggie Longstaff, Richmond Dale. 2, Evie Harris, City of Leeds. 3, Charlotte Shaw, the City of Leeds. 4, Eve Cooper of Cleethorpes. 5, Rose Keefe of Doncaster Darts. 6, Isabel Fox of Gateshead and Wickham. And 7, Emma Wood of the City of Leeds. So, coming down to the 75 to 100 metre turn. It is lane number 4. Eve Cooper of Cleethorpes just starting to emerge in the lead here. That's lane 3, Charlotte Shaw is going with her. But so is Isabel Fox of Gateshead and Wickham. Cooper turning 2:15.77, followed by Harris and Shaw. So, Shaw up in lane 2. Apologies, lane 3. Harris and Shaw, both with the yellow caps, City of Leeds. Both jostling for that second and third position. But it is Harris that's challenging Cooper from Cleethorpes in the middle lane at this moment. Great times on paper as well. So 3:03 Eve Cooper. Some huge improvements on their entry times and PBs here. 3:03.26, really close between Eve Cooper and Evie Harris. Really strong comeback from Eve Harris on the last 50 or so metres of this 200. As we move on to heat number 2. So, no swimmer in this one in lane number 6. That's no Millie Shaw of Middlesbrough. So on this first 50-metre turn, it is looking like lane number 4, but it's actually lane 2 that pinches that one. 41.24 for Ava Ransom. City of Leeds up in 2. See the 3 hats there as well from those City of Leeds swimmers. So Ava Ransom in lane 2, Darcy Crosley to her left. Just moving ahead now of those central lanes, Ella Calverley, Doncaster Darts and Katrina Tetoveno of the City of Sheffield. 2 red caps keeping together pretty much, but trying to eat up into that water between them and the City of Leeds swimmers, who are just beginning to pull away, but I'm sure that may not stay that way for long. So on this penultimate turn, split times 2:41.05 for Crosley in 3. She's stretching out that lead. Ransom, her teammate from City of Leeds, there with her as well. But the third, where is this going to go? Can any of these girls make the headway now into that? But looking at 8, Yannicka Roberts, City of Sunderland, really looking very smooth in that breaststroke as she turns onto this last 25 metres. Has she got enough in the tank to really push for that third, maybe in second spot? She's absolutely flying down this last 25. I don't think she's got quite enough to catch Ava Ransom in lane 2 or lane 3, but we will see. Darcy Crosley finishing there, 2:58.66. Ransom 3:01.66. And Yannicka Roberts taking third, 3:04.02. What a finish for Yannicka Roberts as well. Really coming back over that last 50 metres. Some great racing on this 200-metre breaststroke so far. As we now move to heat number 3. Heat 3 now underway. Turning at the 50 metres. Newson in 7, turning first. 7 and 8 going out quite quickly on this 200, but just making their mark. So it's still Perkins at the 100 metre mark, 1:23.74. Newson turning second. However, Tatenda Tayenga of the Borough of Stockton, 3:02.3 her entry time. She will be starting to eat back into that open water that's been created. So 150. It's still Newson of Grimsby Aquatics in 7. Tatenda Tayenga moving up to second, just above Perkins in lane 8 from Tynemouth. So what are we going to see over this last 50 metres? Those front three looking incredibly smooth, controlled with their strokes. They'll be feeling the burn at this stage of a 200 metre breaststroke, I'm absolutely sure of it. So lane 8, Ava Perkins of Tynemouth. Centre of the pool, Tayenga of the Borough of Stockton. But Matilda Newson, Grimsby Aquatics, she is going to retain this one, I think. But Tatenda Tayenga, Borough of Stockton, really powered home over that last 50. 2:54.62 for Matilda Newson. 2:55.96 to take second from Tatenda Tayenga. And then Ava Perkins, 2:58.74. to round off the 1, 2, 3 in heat number 3. So, start list for heat number 4. Up on the screens. Idle Beavers of Sheffield, Brown of Sheffield, Sowerby, Derwenside, Bosbire of Middlesbrough, Shering of the City of Sheffield, Smith of Leeds, Whitlam of Kingston upon Hull, Scott, Daly and Bray, all of Middlesbrough, for heat number 4 of the 200 breaststroke. In the water we go for heat number 4. It's looking to be lane number 7, Jessica Scott of Middlesbrough, the 12-year-old swimmer, breaking away on that first 25 of this 200. But those centre lanes now going with her. But Scott is keeping her strokes nice and long, nice and controlled. But lane 0 at the other side of the pool as well. Idle Beavers turning in 39.03. Are we going to see some extra special performances from these outside lanes as we did yesterday in the morning and afternoon? Certainly were some surprises to be had. So, going down towards the 100-metre mark now. Still lane 0 up there at the front as well, but lane 5, Lauren Smith, City of Leeds in the yellow cap, chasing her down. 0.03 between the two of them now. So after that turn, it is the City of Leeds swimmer really stretching away in lane number 5. Not to be let go though, Gabrielle Idle Beavers up in lane 0, City of Sheffield. But coming back in lane number 4, Isabel Sherring, City of Sheffield also. Both red caps there, wanting to chase down Smith, turning at 150 metres, 2:09.36. And it is Lauren Smith that holds on to that one until the end. 2:53.98, great swim from her. Ellie Sowerby coming back in lane 2 to pinch that one. 2:55.34 in second. And then third going to Isabella Sherring. 2:55.81 to complete that 1, 2, 3 in heat number 4. So start list for heat number 5. Underway with heat number 5 of the 200 breaststroke. No swimmer in 3, no Lucy Touse of Kingston upon Hull in this one. That gives us lane 0, Lucy Allman, City of Leeds. 1, Melissa Moreno of Doncaster Darts. 2, Emily Oliver of Borough of Kirklees. 4, Phoebe Cooper of the City of Sheffield. 5, India Bryant Chesters of Tadcaster. 6, Jessica Riley of Harrogate. 7, Daisy Cunningham of Morpeth. 8, Elena Purvis of Chester Street. And 9, Cecilia Linton of Grimsby. So, split time at the 100, Linton 1:19.69, followed by Cooper in lane 4. Not a lot splitting them at this point in those second and third positions, but Linton really commanding this. Question is, has Cooper of the City of Sheffield in 4 got enough to catch her? Linton in lane 9, really doing something special from these outside lanes. Absolutely smashing away the field. 12-year-old swimmer there from Grimsby. Her entry time is 2:57.4 at the 150. I am absolutely sure she is going to make a significant improvement on that. Has she got enough energy left? I'm sure she has on this last 50. Let's have a look now. So, at the bottom of the screen, see Linton passing there. Centre of the pool though, lanes 7 and lane 4. Daisy Cunningham of Morpeth and Phoebe Cooper of the City of Sheffield, both battling it out in the centre of the pool. In between the two of them, India Bryant-Chesters of Tadcaster and Jessica Riley of Harrogate. And it is Linton, 2:46.25. She'll be pleased with that. Just over 11 seconds off her entry time. Second, Phoebe Cooper, 2:49.99. Third, Daisy Cunningham, 2:50.83. So underway with heat 6. No swimmer in 6 in this one. Noanna Ashcroft, City of Leeds. So, on the 50-metre turn, it's Redshaw in 5, followed by Richardson, followed by Russell. So, coming in to this turn, Russell and Redshaw swapping places now. Redshaw dropping into second, Russell 1:19.85 at the halfway point. Her entry time, the Derwent side, 13-year-old swimmer, 2:49.59. Redshaw of Middlesbrough 2:50.52, so not splitting them a lot on paper. But lane number 2, Henrietta Richardson of Grimsby, she's going with them as well. So it is still Russell of Derwent's side, just maintaining that lead. Lane number 5 though, Hannah Redshaw, Middlesbrough. And also Henrietta Richardson in 2 with Grimsby. Grimsby certainly giving a final push on this last 15 or so metres. I think it is going to be lane 4 that's going to hold on to it. We'll see what times they post as well, of course. Erin Russell, 2:46.84. 2:47.93 to take second, and third 2:47.99 for Henrietta Richardson. Nice improvements across the board there. So final heat of this one now in the pool, the 200 metre breaststroke. Heat number 7. It is the red and white cap of lane number 6, Libby Freeman of Morpeth. Familiar face from yesterday's competition. Performing very well throughout the day. Charlotte Bianchi, City for Sheffield following her. Naomi Parkey, Gateshead of Wickham. Completing that 1-2-3 at the moment at this first 50 metres. So, still Libby Freeman, 1:16.71, followed by Bianchi. Actually, Nem Savory, 2:45.08. She shimmied up into third. At the 100 metre stage. So, Libby Freeman looking comfortable as she comes down this next length. To her left, Charlotte Bianchi not letting her out of her sight. Just wanting to try stroke by stroke to catch her. Just before we go into this last 50 metres. And it is Naomi Savory in lane 2. 11 years old, Naomi Savory from Tynemouth. So really shows how quick she is up in lane number 2. Keeping up with these two girls, 2 years ahead of her. So, still Libby Freeman, followed by Bianchi. And it is looking as though Savory really coming through in the second part of this 200 metre breaststroke. Freeman's time, 2:44.02 on paper. 2:37.96. What a time from her as well. Some nice improvements seen across today's competitions from her. 2:42.2. Nice improvement for Charlotte Bianchi also. And at the top of the pool, Neve Savory, 2:42.72. PBs for those top 3 swimmers. Maddie Wilson, 4th, 2:47.77. 5th, Violet Harefield, 2:47.89. So just putting the open pool in the water, which is probably why you can hear on the stream a few little whistles. So just a reminder, obviously there's 2 streams of course today, so don't panic if you're not expecting the race you're seeing. There are 2 streams there, so make sure you're across both. For the age groups and the open, both are being streamed live today. Colleague Bob Ballard on the open stream. Myself, Terry Jeans, on the age group stream. So, underway with the next event, which is the boys 11 to 13 years, 400 metres IM. 100 metres, of course, of each stroke on this one. Short course, 16 lengths. 4 of each, starting with butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and of course finishing up with the front crawl. Saw some exciting changes in the girls' event of this yesterday. Let's see what the boys can do today. I'm sure we'll see some equally as exciting racing this morning. So splitting at the 100 metres going into the backstroke. Castro in 3, 1:15.23, followed by Harry Senior from the city of Leeds. All can change though in the backstroke and the breaststroke. Tends to be the ones that change the positioning around on these 400 events. But we shall see as we progress through on this one. So lane 3 leading at the moment, followed by 4 and 6. 2 yellow caps of both Harry Senior and Matthew Just of the city of Leeds. As we can see, Harry Senior really eating into that lead which Stephen Castro from the Borough of Stockton has created, and actually now overtaking him, just heads and shoulders over him in terms of positioning on this one. Harry Senior just turning there. A few of the other swimmers in the outer lanes, lane 6, lanes 2 and lane 1 moving forward as well. That's Charlie Hinson. Matthew Just really pushing forward. So, splits at 200, you can see there, 2:44.77 for Harry Senior. Really come back across that backstroke element of the individual medley. And now, 5 swimmers pretty much in a line there. Lane 6, lane 5, 3, 2 and 1. Brown, Castro and Smith to Harry's right as he goes down the pool, and Hinson and Just to his left. I'm sure he'll be aware of them, but he'll be wanting to keep his head very much in the game on this breaststroke leg. So, Senior, 3:34.42. 2 more lengths of the breaststroke to go. Seeing now Hinson just stretch away from the city of Leeds, and also his teammate Matthew Just. Could the city of Leeds make this a 1-2-3? Mixture of 11 and 12 year age groups in this first heat. So going into the freestyle, can Harry Senior keep hold of this with his teammates Charlie Hinson and Matthew Just as the 1-2-3? Stephen Castro coming back, Borough of Stockton in lane 3, really picking up that stroke rate. See the effort really increasing just to give everything they've got on this last 100 metre freestyle. But Leeds looking dominant as they have in terms of show of force in this event. Been a lot of City of Leeds representation, so great work from them. Also other clubs of course as well, but really notable when you've got 3 or 4 of them side by side. So lane number 4, followed by 5, followed by 6. The 3 lead swimmers, Harry Senior, Charlie Hinson and Matthew Just in this heat. Castro, Borough of Stockton. So I think it is going to be dominant swim from lane number 4. Harry Senior, 5:38.23. Followed by Charlie Hinson, 5:43.6. And the third, Matthew Just, also of the City of Leeds, 5:48.78. As the 1-2-3. So, 2 11-year-old swimmers in that top 3. Charlie Hinson and Matthew Just. So nice improvements across the board for them. And Lewis McDermott finishing there, 6:25 on the nose to wrap that first heat up. So we move now to heat number 2 of 3 for the 400 metres individual medley. Second heat of the 400 IM underway. And on this first 25, show of dominance from lane 4, 5 and 3. Just trying to break away. That's Edward Brown of Alnwick Dolphins, Benjamin Thorpe of Newcastle, and in fact just across in 3, Oliver Whittleston, City of Leeds. Everything changes around in these first 2, depending on the pace the swimmers go out at. Very interesting stuff. So Gowler, 6, Thorpe and Whittleston, 6, 5, 3. Still those first 3 keeping together, but you've still got lane 4 and lane 1. Rio Dowdu and Edward Brown just wanting to push their way into the mix as well. So I'm sure they will, coming up to the end of this first 4 lengths free butterfly. So, positions jostling around a bit. Whittleston moving up into first on the backstroke, followed by Brown and then Gowler. Lane 4 coming back into the mix on this backstroke. Edward Brown of Alnwick Dolphins, turning pretty much together with Whittleston to his right or left as they come back down the pool, depending on which way you're looking at it, of course. Breaststroke starting to split them back up again. But it is Whittleston, followed by Brown at this point. Third sitting with lane number 6, William Gowler, AFS Hartlepool. So, turning now to the final length of the breaststroke. Coming down this final length of breaststroke pretty much together. So it could be anyone's game on this freestyle. Looking like it's going to be lane number 4 that turns first. It is Brown, turning a 4:06.81, followed by Whittleston and Gowler, just shimmying those positions round. So, the question is now, can anyone push into that top 3. It's looking like Brown is extending out a little bit on the freestyle, looking quite comfortable and together, just taking a quick look over his left shoulder, as you can see, breathe into that one side. Lane 3 turning second, followed by lane number 5 as well coming into the mix. So 5 and 6, this could change around between Benjamin Thorpe of Newcastle and William Gowler of AFS Hartlepool. Always on the freestyle and the breaststroke, where it does throw some different bits into the mix for the swimmers. Lane number 4, Edward Brown, but to his left has Oliver Whittleston. City of Leeds got anything left in the tank as well. You can see the effort really ramping up here. 5 and 6 as well, neck and neck as they go under. I think it is still going to be Edward Brown who has pulled this back over the breaststroke leg. It's 5:15.44 for him. Whittleston 5:17.27, and Benjamin Thorpe just snatching that away in 5. Great work from him. Ben doing a 5:19.73, just to pinch that back from William Gowler, who comes in fourth. 5:19.79, 0.06 of a second splitting them after 400 metres. That is some impressive stuff. So all of those top 3 making considerable improvements on their PBs, and in fact wider across the board as well. Looking very, very positive for most of these swimmers. Some good times if they're just outside. They're not outside by a lot. Underway with heat number 3, the final heat of this 400 metres individual medley for the boys. Fastest entrant in this one, only 0.1 of a second splitting the two of them, Thomas McDermott and Thomas Wilkinson. Dermott from Middlesbrough, Wilkinson from the city of Sheffield, in the centre of the pool. So on the fly leg, Wilkinson, city of Sheffield in the red cap, stretching away on the turn, 30.39. It is Wilkinson, Gilliver, McDermott, 5.64. Wilkinson looking comfortable, but to his right, Luke Gilliver was in second on the 50 metres. I think he's still going to be in the same place now, but to the left and right of them, little pack emerging, lanes 3, lanes 4 and 7. Solomon Hodgson, William Morris, apologies, lane 4 and 3. All jostling around a bit as they go into the backstrokes. So lane number 5, Thomas Wilkinson, still maintaining his first place. To his right, in lane 6, Doncaster Darts in second. So in lane 3, William Morris pushing up now into that third spot. But lane number 4, Thomas McDermott, not letting them go too far out of his sight. Wilkinson, Gilliver, Morris, McDermott there on the turn. Coming back together now towards the end of the backstroke. The gap that Wilkinson had created certainly being eaten up by lane number 6, Luke Gilliver. And in lane number 3, William Morris really closing down that space as well, as they come down this length to go into the breaststroke. Interesting, they both opt for a different style of turn. Gilliver coming out a little ahead, but once back on top of the water, Wilkinson really getting that pace back together, opening up that lead again. To Wilkinson's right in the white cap, William Morris still there. The 3 of them at the front now moving away. 4th currently, lane number 4, Thomas McDermott. So lane 5, Wilkinson turning 3:03.8. Followed by Morris. And then Gilliver this time. So Morris and Gilliver shuffling their positions. But look at this space being opened up now by a calm and controlled Thomas Wilkinson as he comes down to the last part of the breaststroke. So 3:44.42. Followed by William Morris. And then Thomas McDermott behind him. So McDermott actually coming up the field a little bit more now. Gilliver 4th. So those positions, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, really have jostled around. So lane number 5 has got 50 more metres after this of the freestyle to do. Looking really in his element, if I'm honest, Thomas Wilkinson, 4:18.52, making this his own in the last heat of this 400 IM. Morris turning 2nd. His entry time 5:01. Although Wilkinson's out in front, he'll be wanting to really kick into this last 25, make the most of this, really on form. Can he beat his 4:55.8 entry time? I'm sure he can. Wow, what a swim. 4:50.98. Great stuff from Thomas Wilkinson. William Morris, 4:58.4. Going under that 5-minute mark. Great achievement there for them. Thomas McDermott 5:01, just outside his entry time, but still good swimming there. Take the 3rd in this heat. Luke Gilliver 5:07.89. His entry time 5:07.02. So again, nice improvement on paper for him to wrap up this final heat of the boys 400 metres individual medley. So moving now to the girls, 11 to 13 years, 100 metre freestyle. First of 8 heats in this one. Eight swimmers in this one. Here's Millie Linton of Middlesbrough, the 11-year-old swimmer in the centre of the pool, breaking away as they come down to this first 50 metres. So can Linton keep hold of this until the end? She's swum well earlier. We've seen her from the outside lanes do some cracking performances. Now she's in the centre of the pool. Can she do the same? So lane 3 coming back as well, very strong. Catherine Noble of Newcastle. She does snatch it. Catherine Noble 1:07.33. Just under 2 seconds improvement for her. Second, Millie Linton, 1:07.96. Again, similar improvement for her. And third, Alicia Stoker, 1:08.47. Heat 2 now in the pool. So turning at 50, 31.58 Wilson, followed by Emma Price, followed by Alex Newton. So Emma Price taking that last heat, 104.98, Holly Wilson 105.76, and Hannah Smith 106.42 as we move on to heat number 3. Familiar names in this one, swimmers having to really turn themselves around quickly in terms of recovery to get back in the water. So in lane number 8, Kate Kennedy Morpeth, she's breaking away now from the rest of the field, turning into the 50. But not a lot, splitting second to even fifth, just over a second or so. As you can see, lane 3, 5 and 8. Lucy Savage, Sophie Kelly and Kate Kennedy breaking away, but Tatenda Tienga also not letting them out of their sight. Kate Kennedy taking that 63.91, great time. Lucy Savage taking second, and Sophia Kelly 64.6. To wrap up that heat there as we move on to heat number 4. Lane 7 having a great start, Ellie McBride Grimsby. Great underwater phase from her in 7. Really making the most of that and showing the advantage it gives her as well. But lane 5 going with her on towards the 50 mark. Eliza Hammond of Kingsborough Scarford. Apologies, Kingfisher Scarborough. That always catches me out, that team name, with the abbreviations on my sheet here, so apologies to them. Did it once yesterday as well. Should have learnt from then. So, turning into this second part of the second 50. It's still lane 7 and 8, really pushing towards the front of the field. Who is going to snatch this touch? There's 3 or 4 swimmers in contention now. That's a shame for Ellie. Just glided in a tiny bit there. Maya Johnson in the middle of the pool. Mia Johnson 64.37, grabbing that one at the touch. 64.52, 64.56 and 64.58. So you can just see how important it is to keep that going right till the end of the pool. But great times for those ladies. 64.37 taking that one, Mia Johnson, for heat number 4. Heat number 5 in the pool. So, turning on the first 50, lane number 5, Linny May Pratt of Skipton, followed by Megan Coldwell, followed by Elvie Warburton of Sheffield. So coming down this final 15 metres, lane 5 and lane 2 really coming back over the last 15 metres. It is going to be Lily Mae Pratt takes it 62.74. Megan Caldwell up in lane 2, 63.05, and third Brianna Chamberlain 63.33 to take that 1, 2, 3 in heat number 5. So, heat 6, as you can see, underway in this 100 metre freestyle. All posting times of 63. Just the hundredths and tenths of a second separating these girls in this one. No swimmer in lane 5. That's no Anna Ashcroft of the City of Leeds. It is Ovenston, 29.84, dipping under that 30-second mark at the 50 split, followed by Summers and Hall up in lane 0. Field starting to split apart a little bit now. Lane number 2. There's me Ovenston, Richmond Dale. Breaking away a little bit, but lane number 6, Ella Summers, Scunthorpe, 63.44 entry time for her. Coming down the last 10 metres now. Lane 2 really powering back. I think lane 2 is going to grab it. She does. Esme Ovenston, 102.67. Great second 50 from her. Really pulling back into those top positions. 63.19 for Ella Summers to take second, and third Rihanna Foster, 63.3 to take third. So the penultimate heat of this one in the water now. Heat number 7 of the girls 100 metre freestyle. All 13 years of age in this heat. So coming into the finish, it is lane 9 that grabs this one. Ariana Stokes, 60.83. Cracking time from her for the 13-year-old timeless swimmer. Second, Holly Stoker, 61.37. Lauren Happel, 61.49. As we move quite rapidly on to heat number 7. So, absolutely flying down this 50 metres. Lane number 4, Evie Dilly of Middlesbrough. So, stretching away now on this third length of 100. Evie Dilly, followed by Libby Freeman to her left. 3 girls in the centre lanes, 3, 4 and 5 posting times of under 60 seconds. So it'll be incredible to see what these ladies can do now. Lane number 4, what's she going to do? Touches a 57.42. Improvement on her entry for her Second, Libby Freeman, 59.27. Again, another improvement there. And third, Pearl Lightwood, 60 seconds on the nose, just outside her entry, but a very fast time for those three ladies, finishing the 8th heat of the 100-metre freestyle. As we move on to the boys, 11 to 13 years, 200-metre freestyle. So 200-metre freestyle, 8 lengths. We've got 6 heats of this 200 free. So splitting a 34.10. Bensley taking this one out in that sort of time is quite speedy. So we will see. Doing well though, breaking away from the field there. You can see both of them there, the front of the field, lane 2 and lane 4. Jacob Bensley and Oliver Calvert. So coming up to 150 metres. There's still Jacob Bensley of Morpeth. 152.72. So it is Jacob Bensley that takes this one, 2:31.28. Oliver Calvert, 2:31.46. And Oliver Brompton, 2:34.13 to complete the first heat of the 200 freestyle. So heat 2 underway. Split time at 50. Goodwin, Castro and Hinson. Castro and Hinson, to be fair as well, just having a great day obviously of competition, but also having to get themselves out of the pool, prepare, get back in for this event. So lane number 5, Jessie Goodwin, Doncaster Darts, coming up to the 150 mark for this 200 metre freestyle. Followed by lane number 4, Stephen Castro, Borough of Stockton. And I think at the moment, Charlie Hinson, City of Leeds in lane 3, just sitting in that 3rd place with 50 metres to go. So Jessie Goodwin taking that, 2:23, 57. Charlie Hinson, 2:27, pushing up into that 2nd place, and Castro, 2:27.88. So at the 50, it is Smith, lane number 6, turning first, followed by Bouchan and Boyer in lane number 3. So at the top end of your screen, I should say, two swimmers really breaking away from the pack now. That is Isaac Bouchan and Alex Boyer of Middlesbrough and Darlington, respectively, going off together in this 200 metre freestyle. But to their right, you've got lane 5 and 6. That is Jimmy Maguire of the City of Sunderland and Samuel Smith of Skipton, really pushing forward. But the rest to their rights as well, coming with them. But to the top of the screen, lane 0 and 1, Jacob Light and Jack Kelso doing a similar thing. Really pushing now as these boys come into the final turn. Straight up and into stroke from Alex Boyer, Darlington. He is really stretching away on this last 25. Coming under the flags now. He's going to grab this one. What time's he going to finish in? It is a 2:17.8. Nice improvement on his entry time. Isaac Bouchan, 2:18.47. And the third going to Jack Kelso, 2:20.3. So, heat number 4 in the pool of the 200-metre freestyle. No swimmer in lane 5. That's no Corey Tite of Kingfisher Scarborough. So, stretching away in this heat, Sam Bajrami, Derwin side. Going up to the final 50 metres, he's turning. His time is 1:38.52, followed by Freddie Brook to his right, the York City swimmer there. York City really pushing Sam Bajrami from Derwin side. Has he got enough to pinch this win, Freddie Brook? The outside lanes, lane 6 and lane 0, going with him Gabriel Shepherd and Finn Ripley, Borough of Stockton. 11-year-old out in lane 0, Gabriel Shepherd. Has he got enough in the tank to pinch it? Firm finish from Sam Bajrami, 2:12.54. Second, 2:12.78 for Freddie Brook, and third, Gabriel Shepherd, 2:15.05. Great time from Gabriel Shepherd. And all of those certainly in the top 3. Underway with heat number 5 of the 200-metre freestyle. Great turn there from Toby Parker of Hartlepool in lane 6. Half a body length up on this first 50. So Toby Parker of Hartlepool really stretching away, but a body length up. At that 100-metre turn, he is 1:02.58 at that turn. Greenacre second, Wood third. So coming down to the penultimate turn, still lane 6. Toby Parker, followed by Shay Wood in lane 5. And Billy Greenacre in third. Still some pushing coming from lane 2 and 1. Daniel Barrett and Owen Daly of Gateshead and Wickham and Chesterless Street. So Toby Parker finishing in 2:11.89 on that one. Shay Wood 2:11.91. Billy Greenacre 2:12.63. As we move on to the final heat in this one, heat number 6. Turning first at the 50, Jack Jenkinson of Skipton. His entry time 2:05.4. So it's still Jack Jenkinson of Skipton at the 100-metre mark. Toby Clawson turning just after him. Luke McGee, City of Sunderland. Not showing his turn on those splits, interestingly. Looking as though he's positioned in third. There is Toby Clawson taking that one, a 2:03.27, just edging out Jack Jenkinson over that last 50 metres, 2:04.07. And then third going up to Callum Broadhead in lane 1. Great last 50 metres from him, 2:06.6 to wrap up that 200 metres freestyle. And indeed the event moving on to the girls 11 to 13 years 50 metre butterfly, followed by the boys on the same event. Will come thick and fast, these 50s. So underway in this first 50. All 11-year-olds in this heat. As mentioned, all heat declared winners in these heats. So really important that these swimmers make sure they post the quickest time they can. It's coming down this second 50. Looking like lane 7 making a break for it. Beth McPherson, Gateshead and Wickham in the blue cap at the bottom of your screen. Look at that as she's opening that up over 50. That's quite the achievement, I have to say. What time is she posting? 34.96. Great improvement on her time on paper and entry time. Second, Ruby Ellis, 35.6. And third, Ruby Dan, 35.75. I will endeavour to read them back in venue. Thick and fast on the stream. Have to move them quite quickly to make sure we're ready for the next heat when the referee pops them in the pool. So I will try and get the top 3 to you. Underway with heat number 2. Great start up in lane 0 for Samantha Knowles, City of Leeds. Using that underwater momentum to her advantage as they turn there. But lane 7, very rapid on the turn. Charlotte Shaw, City of Leeds, her teammate as well. But coming back in lane number 3, Joanna McCallum, South Axholm. So he's going to snatch this touch. I think it's probably going to be 7. Who gets the hands to the wall first? It's Charlotte Shaw, 33.97. Joanna McCallum, 34.06. And up in lane 0. Good start and paid off for her. 35.19 for Samantha Knowles. As we move on to heat number 3. Heat 3 now in the pool. So it is going to be lane 6, I think, that grabs this one. Millie Linton, 33.57. Second, Emma Price, 34.14. Third, Daisy Ball, 34.42. In the pool now with heat number 4 of the 50-metre butterfly for the girls. 33.57, the fastest time posted in the previous heat by Millie Linton. Millie Linton, 11 years of age. Mixture of 11 and 12 years in this heat. Gabriella Burnett taking this one, 33.02. Another 11-year-old swimmer. Second, Eve Doherty, 33.32. Eva Knight, 33.6. All those top three, 11 years of age. Heat 5 now in the pool. All important with these 50s. Puts the focus on the swimmer's start, turn, stroke efficiency, but also going as fast as they can in the most efficient way. So no swimmer in 7 on this one. That's no Macy Walton of Loftus Dolphins. But it is looking as though Zoe Scott of Newcastle's making a bid on this second 25. I think it is going to be her that quite convincingly takes this one. But second and third, where are they going to go? Absolutely no idea. There we go. Emily Lambert, 33.23. Matilda Newsom, 33.24.01 of a second, splitting second and third. Fourth, Lucy Savage, 33.27 and 2.9 for Tatenga Tayenga. So that is 0.06, splitting second to fifth in that one. So just showing you how tight these 50 metres can be. So well done to those girls there as we move on to heat 6. And away with heat number 6. Going down to the wall now. I think it's going to be lane 5. It is. Eve Tavery, 31.73. Eleanor Purvis, 32.02. And up in lane 2, Isabel Coe, 32.42. To complete the 1, 2, 3 in heat number 6. Seven now in the pool. And it is looking like lane 7, Chloe Ward, Borough of Stockton. Breaking away a little, but also lane number 6 and 3. Who's going to grab the touch? It is actually lane 4, Gina Warrior, 31.64. Second place going to lane 0, 31.70. And then third, Lily Mae Pratt taking that, 31.92. to complete heat number 7. And down the first 25, pretty much lanes 2 and 3 turning just ahead of the rest of the pack. But great underwater phase from lane number 4. Chloe Eady, Borough Barnsley, who is going to take this one. I think it's going to be lane 2, in fact. It is Rihanna Sorianosos, 30.095 for that one. Lane number 9 taking second, Libby Mundy, 31.414. And third, Chloe Eady in lane 4, 31.37. So now on to the final heat, heat number 9. Looking like lane 3 on the turn, Libby Freeman, Morpeth. But being chased down by Evie Dilly of Middlesbrough, lane number 5. Both very familiar names from this morning and yesterday. Who's going to grab it? It is going to be Libby Freeman, 28.83. Cracking time on the 50-metre butterfly from her. Second, Evie Dilly, 29.53. Third, Naomi Parker, 29.69. So Libby Freeman improving on her entry time, 29.8. Her time swum there, 28.83. I am sure she'll be pleased with that. As we move on to the boys for the 50-metre butterfly. 10 heats in this one. And we start with heat number 1. So turning first on that 25. Looking as though it is Charlie Hinton of the City of Leeds in lane 5. Although coming back in lane 1 rather rapidly, Joseph Gay of Beverley Barracudas. And it is Joseph Gay, 35.29 takes that one, 35.49 Charlie Hinton. Charlie Ward taking third, 35.78. So not quite sure what just occurred there. Can be a little difficult sometimes starting with the 2 pools and whistles and whatnot, so really important that it is quiet for the swimmers. And underway with heat number 2. On the turn, really anyone's game across at least 5 of those lanes. it is looking as though Sam Morton of Tynemouth just emerging away from the rest of the field, but also coming back very strongly, Alex Goldberg of Beverley Barracudas. And it is Alex Goldberg takes it 34.27. Second, Alexander Morton 35.01. And Hugo Douglas Reeves 35.34. So heat 3 now in the pool. Of the boys 11 to 13 years, 50-metre butterfly. Miles Kinlan, City of Sheffield, really pushing forward on this 50. Not messing around at all as he goes under the flags. This will be his. What time's he going to post? He is posting a 32.41. Great stuff there over the 50. Tyler Tillman 34.17. Third, Joseph Levinson 34.18. In the water now with heat number 4 of 10 on this 50-metre free, 50-metre butterfly even, my apologies. Coming into the wall, turning pretty much all together, but it's this 25 where things start to split apart. You can see lane 9 and 8 breaking away. Centre lanes, lane 6 also. Who is going to snatch this? I mean, coming in pretty much a straight line. I think it's probably going to be 5, actually. Gets his hands to the wall. It is Gabriel Shepherd, 33 on the nose for him. Jacob Light, 33.08. Third, Ethan Williams, 33.1. 0.1 of a second between them. So coming into wall on this one, Michael Wall takes this one, 32.33. Luke Gorn, 32.43. Harvey Quinn, 32.86. Just over halfway in these 50-metre butterfly heats for the boys. Coming back down the pool now, underneath the flags. Is it going to be lane 4 that edges it out, or 1? It does go up to lane 1. Blake Hooper, 32.22. Second, Lucas Jex, 32.35. Third, in lane 7, William Taylor, 32.70. Heat number 7 in the pool now on this 50 butterfly. Great start in lane number 6. That is Tanthai Bennett of Harrogate. Who takes it? Sam Bajrami. Great comeback over that last 15 metres. 31.06 to take first. 31.36 Tanthai Bennett to take second. And third, Freddie Brook, 31.71. Heat number 8 of 10. Lane number 7. Great start, fast responses off the blocks. Benjamin Thorpe of Newcastle really showing the benefit of that on this first 25 on the turn. Coming up probably half a body length up on the rest of the field. But coming back in lane number 1, top of the page, is Luke McGee. It is going to be lane 7. Benjamin Thorpe keeps hold of this. 30.01, just outside, dipping under that 30-second mark. But great time. 30.31, Luke McGee second. William Gowler third, 31.08. Heat number 9. Just edging forward, lanes 6 and 7, Toby Parker and Adam Javed, Hartlepool and Sheffield City. Fastest entry time in this one, 30.4, Yash Gandhi in lane 4. Saw him in the previous boys event, doing well in his heat. See who can take this one. It is going to be Toby Parker, 29.86, dipping underneath that 30-second mark. Second, Max Russell, 30.46. And third, Kamitha Mudledge, 30.99. As we move on to the final heat of this morning's session and the boys 50 metres butterfly, heat number 10. And we're underway with the final heat of this event and this morning's session. What a first 25 from those centre lanes. That is Jack Ridley and Alfie Maguire, Borough of Stockton and the City of Sunderland. Jack Ridley absolutely powering down this last 25 metres. He is going to quite comfortably take this, I think. Jack Ridley, Alfie Maguire. So Jack Ridley powering down last 15 metres, 27.71 to take this one. Second, Tom Jobling, 28.93, and Alfie Maguire, 28.98 to complete that 1, 2, 3 in the final heat of this one. So 27.71, Jack Ridley, certainly the fastest time we have seen in the 50 metres butterfly today. So ladies and gentlemen, that does bring this morning's session to a close. Still ongoing in the open pool, so if you've got swimmers or support you wish to give to them, do swap over to that stream. That is still live and going with Bob Ballard. He is next to me in the commentary position, so do lend him your ears and support. And of course the swimmers currently on the women's 400 freestyle, but thank you to those joining us on the age group stream. We will recommence this afternoon for the finals session of the age group competition, which is session 4, and we will see you then. Have a good afternoon.